Forgive everything in the background. Part 1 of new Royal Enfield Interceptor 650. I think it has like 5 miles on it so far. And it took me a minute to figure out how to use the center stand. So it doesn't really get the wheel off that much, but it's effective enough to get an oil change done. And I guess just keep the wheel off the ground and chain service, etc. But yeah, had to back it in because the only aid right there is on the left side of the bike. Normally I pull it in, head first, and I couldn't get between the wall to be able to pull that off. So kickstand's nice, but it leans really deep in, and this just is so much better. My garage has a pretty steep slope to the middle, and that center stand helps keep it pretty dead center. This was a 2022 at a local dealership that has been just sitting there. Got it pretty much for cost, and it's nice. Just to be fair, I was out looking at a used 22 Bonneville. No, lie, sorry. Speed Twin 900, and it just had some stuff wrong with it. Like, I don't know, there was some rusting in here and some rusting up here and just crap. And I wasn't stoked with it. And then when I sat on it, like, I get this is new, but when I sit on this, let's see if I can demonstrate this here. There, that's all my weight. Off, on. It's not even moving, dude. Oh shoot, I'm on the center stand. It's not gonna move. Wow, I'll edit that out. Anyway, when it is on the wheel, it still doesn't go like sag too much. And on the Speed Twin, it really compressed. And I didn't understand whether the person before me had beat it up or whether they were a little too heavy or what. So I just, it just felt wrong for a used bike. So anyway, bought this new and would have liked one of the other tanks, the other colors, but this one's fine. It works. I like some of the little details, like these back passenger pegs. Listen to the click, like that really like engaging click, and how they have this nice rubber top on engraved Royal Enfield. I've managed to get the exhaust cans polished up. Apparently they're really heavy and unnecessarily heavy and whatever, but they look good, and it's fine for now because I don't need to be spending money on the exhaust just right yet. I mean, anybody who knows bikes knows that you absolutely do have to spend money on the exhaust right away, but you know what I'm trying to say. This gets a lot of complaints for its like dull polished aluminum lackluster vibes. I don't know. I plan on just trying to keep it as nice as possible, but I'm not worried if it gets a little aged look to it. I mean, the patina is part of the retro vibe, in my opinion. If you don't want it to be patina, then I don't know. Buy a Triumph. Spend $9,000 instead of $6,000. This is plastic. Thought that might be metal, but it's plastic. I think this is glass. It does get very warm very quickly. These seem kind of cheap and wiggly, but whatever. Mirrors are okay. Lots of play in this clutch lever here, coming the whole way to here. I adjusted it and tightened it, but then I put it right back because I realized when I'm riding now, if I pull it to here and just hold it there, that's a comfortable position, not this. And then while I'm here, that's it. Tiny little throw. So that works just fine. Quality of the switches, I mean, they seem fine to me. I don't know. Let's fire it up. So 5.5 miles. And the gauge cluster is, sufficient. It's old school. I will say that when this bike is not standing up straight, this fuel gauge is extremely inaccurate. It'll go from saying you have like 4 bars of gas to 0, depending on how it's staying upright. So here's a fun tip. Shield your ears, because this thing has a literal train horn. Listen. Oh my God. Wow, that hurt. It is a two-tone. So one there and one over there. And it is loud. So if somebody makes me mad, they're gonna regret it. Anyway, little touches like on the radiator cover here while we're down here. You see a little foam right there? And this guard, that's a nice touch. I think it was on the other bike. It didn't have anything at all and it just collects. Oh no, it was on the Speed 400. Brand new Speed 400. The radiator is just exposed. So, steel braided brake lines is a nice touch, front and back. Oh yeah. Guess we should do engine, right? Yeah. Sounds good. Sounds real good. I like it so far. I mean, a lot of complaints from others about this back blinker assembly and the back taillight. I mean, I don't really care. I think it looks good. I mean, it's got like a, you know, a retro vibe to it. And same with like the blinkers. I mean, I don't know. I just think they look fine. They look fine. Like when people complain about this stuff, it's like, I don't know if they just forgot what they were going for buying this, but it should look old. That's the point. I haven't really, no feedback on the brakes yet. And I don't know, to be continued, but this is the new toy that we'll keep up with here. And I'm excited. I've had like a Grom clone. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Benelli, but I had a Benelli TNT 135, then I had a Z400, and then I had a, I don't know what I had, Z400 to CBR 650R, sold that, got an R3, got a dirt bike, and then now this. So I think it's time to, you know, it's time to relax. This didn't look normal. I don't know what this is. I don't know if that's supposed to be in there. It looks kind of like half pulled out. Like, see how that one's kind of wedged in there neatly? I don't know why this one is not. It doesn't move. Get in there. Nope, doesn't move. So, you know, that's what that is. It just looks strange. Why does that move? Hold on a second. Get in my belly. All right, it doesn't work. Oh well. That's to be determined at another time. All right, buddy. That's beginning of the Enfield. Later.